Dear students, this is episode 2 on passive voice. I would like to see more examples. This is also going to be a repetition. In this episode, I'll be using bilingual method. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ, ಇವುಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯದ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಏನು? What is the difference between active voice and passive voice? When do we use them? What is the meaning of it? In English, we can express sentences in two different ways. That is active voice and passive voice. Active voice is used when the focus is on the subject. ಕರ್ತೃ ಯಾರು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. When the focus is on the subject of the main verb, we use active voice. This is the person or thing doing the verb, doing the task, doing the action. Person or thing is doing the action in case of active voice. Let us see examples. Millions of people use the internet every day. Millions of people, the subject, use verb, the internet object. So in active voice, the sentence structure will be like this: subject, verb, and object. Yes, we evoke pattern. When we convert or transform this into passive voice, what happens? Subject becomes object and object becomes subject. That we will see next. Let us see more examples for active voice. A strong storm, subject, destroyed, verb, many houses in the village. What is doing the verb here? What is doing the action here? A strong storm. Only 6 students passed the exam or test. These 3 sentences are in active voice. The passive is used then. When do we use passive? Passive is used when the person or a thing affected by the main verb or the action becomes more important, is on focus. ಕರ್ತೃ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಯಾವ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಮೇಲಿನ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನೇ ನಾವೀಗ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು, ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ used past participle form of the verb. Active sentence nodi millions of people use simple present allide. Used past participle form alli passive sentence nalli use madideve. The internet is used to be form of the verb. To be form of the verb. Be form of the verb ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೇಳಿನಿ. Am, is, are. Was, were. Have, has, had. Has, have, had. So to be forms of the verbs ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. Many houses in the village were destroyed by a strong storm. A strong storm subject ಇದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ object ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Many houses object ಇದ್ದು subject ಆಗಿದೆ. Many houses in the village were destroyed. Where ಯಾಕೆ to be form of the verb, where past form of the verb ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ? Because in an active sentence, destroyed is the verb which is in a simple past. That's the reason why where is used. In case of first sentence, use. Verb is in a present form. That's the reason why is used. The test was passed by only 6 students. Only 6 students passed the test. Active sentence. Passive sentence. The test becomes subject here. The test was an object in the active sentence, becomes subject in the passive sentence. Was passed. Was ಯಾಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದ್ವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. Passed active sentence ಅಲ್ಲಿ passed ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್, ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So the test was passed by only 6 students. Dear students, let me recall or do the revision part. The passive voice is often used when the person or thing doing the action verb is not the important thing or unknown thing, but it is obvious. The passive is used when the person or thing doing the verb is not important, unknown, or obvious. In simple, in a passive form, person or the person who is doing the job is not so important, but the action is important. The solution was heated to 100 degrees Celsius. This example you take. Here, the solution here is the solution is heated or was heated. By whom? Agent is not important here. Whoever performed this action is not important here. Agent is unimportant. My bike was stolen last Thursday. Here, identity of the agent is unknown. Who would know the thief who stole it? We don't know. But the action is important, that a bike is stolen. The president was voted into office. Agent is obvious here. It is a known thing. The people only voted the president or the ministers voted the president. Who voted the president is obvious, is a known thing. So we use passive voice in these ways. Let us see what is the form of passive voice. Active form and a passive form. What is the sentence structure? So the active voice is made with subject, main verb, and object. SVO pattern. Bees make honey. Bees subject, make main verb, honey object. James Cameron directed Titanic. James Cameron directed Titanic. Directed verb, Cameron subject, Titanic object. Alex is repairing Bill's bicycle. He is repairing. So these are the active sentences. Yes, VO pattern. The passive is made with the subject plus to be form of the verb and past participle form of the verb. It is used by the agent by. Sometimes another object is added along with that. In a passive voice, the subject of the active voice becomes the object, and the object of the active voice becomes subject in a passive voice. You must notice to be form of the verb plus past participle is used to frame passive voice sentences. Dear students, how do we use passive voices? In a positive sentences and in a negative sentences. Honey is made by bees, positive sentence. Titanic was directed by James Cameron, positive sentence. Bill's bicycle is being repaired by Alex, positive sentence, but passive voice. Negative sentence, we make the negative passive with the subject plus negative of a to be form of the verb and past participle using agent by. Honey is not made by wasps, but by bees. Titanic wasn't directed by George Lucas. It was directed by James Cameron. In question form, is honey made by bees? Was Titanic directed by James Cameron? Is Bill's bicycle being repaired by Alex? This is how we frame the questions in a passive voice. Again, to be form of the verb, subject plus main verb and by and agent. These things are used. When we describe a process, passive voice is important, not the person. For example, the metal sheet was heated and bent into shape before being cooled, polished, and finally painted. Look at the sentence here. Was heated. To be form of the verb plus verb, main verb. That is past participle form of the verb. That makes a passive sentence. So we can use the passive voice to describe the process in which the action is more important than the person who is performing the action. In spoken English, sometimes we use slang. Instead of to be form of the verb, get is used. I got fired for being late. Instead of to be form of the verb, got is used. These letters get delivered first. Your bike will get stolen if you don't lock it up. Will get stolen. Instead of be form of the verb, we use we use got. Okay. With this knowledge, I would like you to go through the workbook activities that you have in your workbook for second PUC. Look at these sentences. Page number 20 in your workbook. Passive voice. This house was built last year. The dates of the summer vacation have been announced. The above sentence or sentences focus on the action rather than who or what performs the action. We also notice here that the sentence in active form would invoke the use of an indefinite pronoun or noun. In many sentences, subject is redundant. So you have the examples given to you in your workbook, which I discussed in detail in another episode. I would like you to go through this episode and that episode so that you can learn passive voice thoroughly. Study the following sentences given in your workbook and you will learn passive voice better. I have given you the examples, exercises, and all the answers required to fill in the blanks in the exercises given to you, for the exercises given to you in your workbook. And after that, I have given you more examples, more exercises, taking from the question papers of the previous years. Dear students, this will make you understand passive voice better. Thank you for watching.